All right, so we're gonna talk about David's denial of his son Nick's problem. I don't think any dad or any parent wants to admit that this is happening to their kid, um, that they have a problem. They see their kid better than that. They want people to perceive their kids better than that, and they're just trying to reassure themselves. I have a 2.5-year-old, and I couldn't imagine that happening to him, but it can happen to anyone. And I would be in the same mindset as David would, feeling like, yeah, it can't be my kid. He's just going through a phase or whatever. So on page 139, it says, at the third week's family group session, Nick, encouraged by his counselor, tells Karen and me that he won't be going to college. This is at the Olaf. I was going for you, he says. I want to work. I want to be on my own for a while. I need to be independent. When Karen and I leave Count Olaf's, we are greeted by a sharp, biting wind. We pull our coats tighter and take a long walk down Fillmore Street and then over to the Civic Center. Karen is as shocked as I am about Nick's decision to shun college. To be honest, I am still only paying lip service to the idea that Nick is a drug addict. Rehab is necessary, I believe, but he'll be fine. I don't look at Nick the way I look at other addicts in the room. Nick is a smart kid who's gone way out of control. Ignoring the warning from our friend, I have felt rehab will, in these 4 weeks, sober him up and scare him enough so he'll understand that what he is on the verge of is destroying his life. That's all. He will return to college, graduate, and have a normal life. And then a paragraph so down it says, by the end of our walk, I have come up with a new interpretation. Nick is just postponing college. That's all. It makes sense. I adapt to this new scenario. Nick is only 18. Many people put off college and do fine. So that's one instance, understanding, okay, a lot of kids put it off, which they do, and he needs some straightening out, and this rehab will cure him. And, I've I have gone to school with 7 people who have died in the past year and a half from overdoses. And I know a lot of their parents were going through the same thing, letting them off on their own. They're 18 now or whatever. They're adults. They'll be fine. And then, it all ended badly. And a lot of them went through the rehab, and their parents were hopeful and successful. Even said at one of the calling hours I went to last year that they were like, he is good to go and all this stuff. And he did heroin one more time, died. And that was a big wake-up call then. And I think they really realized what the problem was, what was going on. And then chapter 14, page 162, says Nick is open and emotional, even expressing his gratitude for the chance to go through this program. He seems sincere. Next, he broaches a new subject. He wants to know if college is still an option. He knows that he has made enormous mistakes, but he will do anything if he can go to Hampshire. He's excited about the school because he understands his drug problem. He promises to attend AA meetings regularly and to work with a sponsor. He has been told that many colleges have substance-free dormitories, and he will request one. He understands that relapse will mean that I will follow through on my threat and withdraw my support, and he will be out on his own for college. And then later, him and Karen are driving. He says, I think over Nick's request. Karen and I will talk about it. I say, I'll talk to your mom. They're actually talking to Nick now. And we'll have to make our agreement clear. I think it might work if you really want it and think you can pull it off. I still fantasize that everything can be fine. Nick will stay sober. He understands his problem. Thank God he hasn't done any more damage to his life, to his body and brain, to his options for the future. He can still go to college and get a degree, a good job, and have a relationship. Everything will be all right. And I think that last line, everything will be all right, just the thing we always comfort ourselves when any of us are in denial of anything, really. um, self assurance, you know. Um, but yeah, and then I understand when you see your kid getting up on their feet like that, that you would think, okay, this is it. But addiction's a lifelong thing. It's a disease. It's a constant struggle every day. So, I mean, it's good to keep optimism, but when the problem really is going on, it's hard to face it. So, yeah, I understand David's denial completely. All right, thank you.